I really thought after my review of the Jordan 1 Low OG Chinese New Year, that was it for me for Lunar New Year sneakers, but I forgot. I had these on the way, so here's another one, and perhaps, I think some people will argue, it's the best one yet. Levi's Air Jordan 3 Year of the Horse. And the shoe dropped on February 8th, exclusively at some retailers in San Francisco during Super Bowl weekend for $230. I don't know if there's going to be a wider US release. I do know that it's released in Asia, overseas. In the US, it just dropped on Sunday, this past Sunday, during Super Bowl Sunday. So it's a pretty limited release. And of course, this is one out of 4 Levi's and Jordan 3 collaborations. There's the black and blue pair. Those are both dropping on sneakers. There is also that LA exclusive one that is dropping over All-Star Weekend. This is for Lunar New Year. For the Year of the Horse specifically, one of quite a few Jordan and Nike shoes to celebrate this year's Chinese New Year. First impressions of the shoe. I think it's clean. Again, still pretty disappointed with the entire Lunar New Year drop for Nike or Jordan this year. I just don't feel like any of them have really blown my socks off. I can't say any of them are super delicious. If I had to choose one that I've reviewed, at least, I think I've reviewed 4 or 5, the Luka 5, the Nike Dunks, the Kobe 8 Return of the Year of the Horse colorway, the Jordan 1 Low OG Chinese New Year. If I had to choose, I think this is probably the nicest one. But still, I think it's clean. I don't think it is delicious. And to kick things off, you'll get this nice, elegant looking box. Very subtle elephant print on the sides there. And it is custom branded, Levi's branded paper. Love that. And in terms of the materials, probably what you would expect from a Levi's Jordan brand collaboration. Some materials have been changed from the usual leather and elephant print setup. So on the base layer, you will see this is, according to Levi's.com, unbleached ecru denim. And just judging from how it feels, honestly, I am not some denim expert. I don't know what separates good denim from great denim, but it feels pretty thick at least. And it does come in this kind of sailish pale color. And then on the mudguard, as well as the heel where you usually see elephant print, that comes in faux pony hair, of course playing into the theme of the Year of the Horse. However, on the tongue itself, that is just leather, so that is a pretty general Jordan 3 setup with that Jumpman in the middle there. And then right behind the tongue, you will get some custom branding here. In red, it is stitched into the tongue, and it says Year of the Horse. So I believe the other colorways have something slightly different, like the LA colorway has the City of Angels, I believe. And the shoe also does come with this hang tag that has Levi's branding on one side, Nike Air behind it, and the other side has Nike Air branding, and behind it, it has more Levi's branding. So Levi's, Strauss & Company, genuine quality clothing, and it's made to look like that patch that you get on Levi's jeans. Would I ever wear this? When I go out and actually wear this shoe? No, but for the B-roll, I'm sticking it on just so you can see what it looks like out of the box. Now moving around to the booty of the shoe, you do get Nike Air branding with this jacquard heel tab here. General rule, OG colorways and special collaborations, they get Nike Air treatment. Non-OG colorways gets the Jumpman treatment. And if you didn't know, that deep kind of red that is often used in Chinese New Year, it represents good fortune, wealth, and prosperity. Really like how that red pops with the white Nike Air branding there. The shoe does come with 2 extra set of laces, so one in black, one in this deep dark red. Out of the 3, I actually kind of like how the red sits on the shoe. Kind of something different, but not too bright red where it's in your face. I like how that looks. The black looks pretty good as well. Honestly, out of the 3, I think the white is probably the most plain or the weaker one, but I think all look decent on this shoe. And in terms of the cushioning of the Jordan 3, it does just come with a polyurethane midsole with a Nike Air unit on the heel, another one on the forefoot, of course. Happy to say, very happy to say, the midsole color here, it is just white. If not pearly white, off-white. But it's not sale, it is not pea stain, it is not aged for no reason at all. But what's even better is the gum bottoms. all the gum bottoms. It is not like dark brown gum bottoms, but it is kind of lighter brown. But as you get older, you just start to like gum bottoms for whatever reason. Brown is one of those colors that increases in popularity as the age increases. And I can't explain why. And I just think with the red hair, that outsole looks really nice. And on the cutout, you get Nike branding, just like the booty. General rule, OG, special collaborations, Nike in the cutout. Non-OG releases, non-special collaborations, just gets Jordan branding here. And in terms of the insole, custom branding, Levi's branding of course, and that deep dark red, that is a color that is very commonly used in Chinese New Year, and it is just a dream cell insole. So even though it gets the Nike Air booty treatment, it doesn't get the polyurethane insole treatment. In terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 3s, generally go true to size. Same with the shoe, it actually fits my wide and flat feet pretty well, width-wise, length-wise. The Jordan 3 is one of those shoes that for me has always been pretty good fitting. Comfort-wise, like underfoot, pretty outdated. You can barely feel any like plushness. It's not like the most thick soled shoe, but for a Jordan Retro, I think you could walk in this all day without it bothering your feet too much. But I have gone on like extended trips with just a Jordan 3 in a very walk-heavy city like New York City. And honestly, after like a week, I was kind of getting sick of it. It does just feel quite flat to the ground. Just needs something a bit softer, a bit thicker if I'm just walking around in them all day. And that brings the total sole score of the Levi's Jordan 3 Year of the Horse to 37 out of 50. An okay score compared to other collaborations. Now first, it is colorway. I think it's just good. It's clean, very wearable, nothing too out there. It works, but there's nothing, for me anyway, to like love about it. It is not delicious in my book. And in terms of the materials, I'll just be honest, I don't know what separates really great denim from like good denim. Just in hand, at least just to the touch, feels pretty good. It is thick. Levi's obviously have a certain like reputation in the denim world. Faux pony hair doesn't feel like anything too great. Honestly, personal bias. Generally, I just don't love denim on shoes or canvas or textiles on my sneakers. I still think leather is king, whether that comes in the form of just like leather or leather that is nubuck or suede. Both of those are just forms of leather treated differently. I think that is still my favorite type of materials on sneakers. And in terms of the comfort, the Jordan 3, at least from 1 to 14, is one of the more comfortable like old Jordan retros. So even though if you compare it to modern day standards, it's just gonna pale in comparison, it's gonna lag behind. But if you compare it to other old shoes from the late 80s, early 90s, I think it actually holds up decently well. And in terms of the versatility, I think the shape as well as the colorway, both are very versatile. The 3s, obviously, you can wear them anywhere, everywhere. It is super mainstream. It is more a casual shoe now than a basketball on-court shoe. The colorway itself too, super wearable. This sail pale color on the upper, just very subtle. It is neutral, kind of got this pastel tone to it. Gum bottoms gives it a more like sophisticated look. The dark red, that is not like too bright where it's just like an eyesore. Overall, I think the versatility here, really good. And in terms of the storytelling, I think it's good. I don't think it's like anything too outstanding. Like the Jordan 1 Low OG Chinese New Year, that shoe I have some complaints about, but I really like what they did with the scroll. It might not be the most like practical or functional, but it is just different. It is unique. It stands out. This, they have custom insoles, hang tag, something behind the tongue, custom paper in the box, all good, but there's nothing that is like super outstanding. And today's throwback of the day, staying on theme for Lunar New Year, I could have chosen like a Levi's collaboration from back in the day, but chose this one instead. It is the Nike Air Force 1 Low Year of the Dog that dropped in 2005. And this shoe took inspiration from Tibetan culture. So the colorway represents the architecture of Tibetan temples. The fur that you see that's used, that was a tribute to the dog. And in particular, it is referencing the Tibetan Mastiff. Just a very colorful and out there design. Kind of wish we got something like that this year. But no, we didn't. There has been some really nice Levi's and Jordan brand collaborations over the past years. These, I think, are good, but I don't think, or if I had to guess, in like 5 to 10 years time, I don't think it's gonna be something that people really remember. Like, it's nice, kind of comes and goes, and that's probably about it. And I've said this in the other Lunar New Year sneakers for 2026 from Nike or Jordan brand. I don't feel like any of them are super outstanding. That's just my opinion. If you love these, genuinely wish you can get your hands on them. Doesn't make you wrong, doesn't make me wrong, just an opinion. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So inclined. Let me know what you think of the Levi's Jordan 3 Year of the Horse. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.